Hello, I am in my car and I'm about to go run some errands for content creation purposes. I need to run to Michael's because I purchased some paint. I got fabric paint and acrylic paint. One is for the Miley Cyrus cosplay that I've been working on, which at this point I'm sure everything related to that is out. But at the current moment, I'm still working on the beaded top. I need to paint some of the beads that I made. Fabric paint is for some K-pop Demon Hunter cosplays that I'm working on right now. And I'm also going to hit some thrift stores to look for items to make those cosplays because at the moment I'm really just in the prep stages. I haven't started doing anything, just sort of like wrote notes about what sort of items I'm looking to buy. I'm specifically looking for the outfits that Zoe and Mira wear in the opening of the film, and those are going to be my next projects as soon as I am wrapped on Miley Cyrus. So let's head to Michael's, let's head to some thrift stores. We're going to hit a couple Goodwills, but I'm also going to go to Henderson so that I can go to Savers and the other one that's in Henderson that is called, oh my gosh, it has a name. I don't remember the name of it, but I know they're all in the same area and I'll find it easily. So Castaways, it's called Castaways. I knew I'd get there. Okay.
You got me overthinking here, where we could be, needed some clarity. I'm in too deep now, can't help but picture fantasies, just you and me, like it's meant to be. Can't you see, baby, you got me overthinking. When you come closer to my body, a delicate touch.
Oh, there's this weird glare on my face. Please ignore. Okay, first Goodwill down. That was actually a whole debacle that y'all did not see, where I brought everything I was gonna buy up to the register, realized I did not have my wallet, ran back home, came back. Luckily, I started at the Goodwill closest to me, which I like to do because sometimes I'll find things that are like good enough for what I'm looking for, but maybe not perfect. So for example, for Mira, she wears a yellow skirt. I found a pair of yellow shorts that are good enough, but I would like to try some other places before I commit to buying that because you can't return at Goodwill. I did end up buying a couple of things for Zoe. I still need to buy some yellow fabric or a pair of yellow pants. I tried on a pair of yellow pants, but they just needed to be bigger. I think I needed more material. And also, I don't know, that material I was a little stressed would be hard to work with, so did not buy that. Let's head out to Henderson now, where there's a bunch of thrift stores kind of in the exact same area, which is why I like to go there, and see what else we can find.
Can't you see, baby, you got me overthinking here. You got me overthinking. You got me overthinking. You got me overthinking.
Okay, just finished at Savers. That store, oh, I love it so much, but they don't have a dressing room. They do have a 14-day return policy, which is very good, but it's kind of far from me. I found a yellow skirt, but honestly, I was not confident it was going to fit me, so I took the L on it. I did succeed on a few things. We're very close to getting everything at least that we need for Zoe, which is very good. I'm gonna check my phone now and see if Castaways or Goodwill is closer and head there next.
Tryna calculate what your side state. Tell me why hesitate. Why you keeping me at bay? Don't wanna be in the gray. Baby, I really love your curves, but I need my answer straight. Do you want from me? Lately it's been nothing but a mystery.
This vlog should be called Leah Gets Progressively Sweatier as she updates the vlog about her thrifting adventures, because my goodness, it is so hot in the car, and every time I have to do these updates, I turn the AC off so that it doesn't ruin the sound. That Goodwill adventure was successful. I bought a pair of pants for myself because they were cute and flowy and very light and summery. The one thing I didn't show that I bought that I didn't take a video of was these little beads. So I'm gonna use these for my Genu cosplay. For the hat he wears, he's just got like a big set of beads hanging down. And I know what he wears in K-pop Demon Hunters is traditional Korean attire. I thought it was a hanbok because that was all I knew. I don't really like know a ton about traditional Korean dress, but I saw a TikTok of somebody explaining exactly what it is that he wears. I'll check it again and update you guys because I wanna be correct correct with my information. But as for the cosplay, I'm not necessarily trying to go the traditional route. So I'm really just going like neutral black with what I'm wearing for GNU and not really focusing so much on the cosplay, focusing more on the makeup that I'm gonna do. I was a little stressed because the boots that I found, they're these like really cool knee-high boots that I wanna wear for Mira, did not have a tag on them. And a lot of times with Goodwill, if they don't have tags, they won't sell them to you. But he did sell them to me for $15, but then they ended up being $10 because they had some discounts going on today. So let me check my list on what else I need to get. Shoes for Zoe and gloves for Mira, but I might actually be able to make gloves. So yeah, we're in a good spot, especially for all of them. We're in a good spot for all of them. It's really just small items. I'm gonna hit one more Goodwill on the way home, and then I'll show you all of my loot once I'm home. Hello, I am back home, and before I show you the haul, I want to make a couple corrections. I mentioned in the car that I had seen a video where a creator was explaining the different cultural references in K-pop Demon Hunter. So I rewatched the videos and he had posted a few more, so I watched those as well. His name is Mikey Espinoza. What I'm getting from his videos is that he works with someone who makes traditional Korean clothing. So the correction I wanted to make was that the outfit that Jinu wore wasn't a hanbok. It is a hanbok, and the specific kind of hanbok it is called sochangge. The sleeves were narrow and it had slits up the side, which was how he was able to identify the kind of hanbok it was. And then the hat that Jinu wears is called a gat, and it's a hat traditionally worn by a nobleman. I actually went on Etsy because there's something else that are on the girls' costumes that I wasn't really sure how I was going to approach making because I knew that they were culturally Korean, and he actually mentioned them in his video. They're called norige, and they're like types of tassels, and all three girls in Huntrix from K-pop Demon Hunters have their own norige. And so I went on Etsy to see if I could find shops that were selling them. I did. I think that's how I'm going to approach those. I think I'll buy them on Etsy and support a creator who's making more culturally accurate Korean items. Now I'll show you the items I bought that are not related to the K-pop Demon Hunter projects. One was this pair of pants not pertaining to this project. At Michael's, I bought some acrylic paint that I'm going to use for the Miley Cyrus cosplay. I think this is the color that I'm going to use. Probably what I'm gonna work on tonight. Making that beaded bra top, I've got to paint some of the beads because they are the wrong color. Now moving on to the items that I bought for Mira. I tried on a few different bottom options, and I really thought I was gonna end up having to go back to the first thrift store to get those yellow shorts I tried on, but I think it was the second to last store I went to. I found these, so I will have to turn it into a skirt. It's really not that difficult. You just cut the shorts along the crotch area and then you can re-sew it as a skirt. I like that it has pockets and belt loops and a zipper down the front. The other thing I bought, oh, I'm so excited for these boots, and these are gonna be so universal. I'm gonna use these so many times. I currently do have a pair of black knee-high boots that I use for cosplay. Actually, let me grab them quickly. So I wanna show you why I'm trying to phase them out. So here is one of the old boots. You can see these are pleather, and I like them because they're really flexible, so they really do hug my calf. The issue is because they're pleather, they are starting to tear. So you can see here all these tears. I just think these new boots are going to be a lot more resilient. This is like a knit fabric. It's really interesting. And last thing that I bought for Mira is this shirt. So, oh, this I didn't actually try on. I know it's gonna be really long, obviously, but I'm gonna just cut it into a crop top. Oh yeah, that's gonna work perfectly. So I'll crop that pretty easily. And then I'm going to paint on it. So I pulled out the paints I'm going to need for that. These four colors here, which now I'm like, are they hinting that Mira is bisexual? But I'm also gonna use the pink for Zoe because she has a flower painted on her shirt. So moving on to Zoe, got these pants, which I'm so excited about. I really didn't know what I was gonna do or what I was gonna find. You know, like when you go to these thrift stores looking for stuff, you just kind of see what inspires you. But I knew that I was looking for something that had belt loops because the bottom of her shirt where it like hugs her rib cage, there is a belt there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip them upside down, cut the pants off, and this is gonna end up being like the top of the halter, like here, and then this will be the bottom of the halter there. And I'll use one of the pant legs to make a belt to run through the belt loops. I think it's gonna be fun that you're gonna be able to tell it's like a pair of jeans upside down. And then along the top, there was like a black band along the top of the halter. I found a tie. I'm gonna have to take it apart and make it the same width throughout, because obviously ties get wider as they go down. But I was looking for something that just had a fun texture to it. And this, you can tell, maybe you can't tell. I don't know, it's got a fun texture. So I think that will look cool along the top. And then the last part of the shirt is going to be from this backpack. These two backpack straps with the little buckles here are going to be the halter straps up here. These are gonna be hard to sew on. I might have to hand sew these. This little pouch in the front here is gonna be a little arm pouch that she wears. I got 2 pairs of pants. I got these navy blue pants, which is going to be mostly the top. And then I got these yellow capri pants. This is going to be the bottom half of the pants. And there's some designs like in the front. Oh, and whatever I cut off the bottom of the navy blue pants, I'm going to sew into suspenders. So the suspenders will be the exact same fabric as the pants, which I think will look very cool. And the last thing I bought for Zoe were these white shoes. They're pretty dirty on the outside as far as like white shoes go, but they were clean on the inside. Like they really don't look like they were worn that much. Maybe they were like worn once and just got super dirty because of like where the person wore them. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. I'm gonna clean the white a little bit and then I'm gonna paint them. I didn't think I was gonna find a pair of shoes that were navy blue and yellow, which is what I was looking for. She kind of has these like high top sneakers. I think it'll be fun to just paint them. I did just buy a bunch of acrylic paint and fabric paint. I think either one of them will work on this. I'm gonna have to do some research and see, but it'll be a fun project. I'm excited to paint these. Other things that I bought, 99 cents each. Look at these. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. So I am definitely in a good place to start either one of these projects. I think I'm gonna do Zoe first just because I don't have to wear a wig for Zoe right now, but I'm planning on changing my hair soon, if you can believe it. Me change my hair? Couldn't be. Sarcasm. So I'd rather just get that out of the way so that I don't have to buy a wig right now. I'll probably invest in one at some point when I change my hair, but I think it'll be fun to use my actual hair, finish Zoe's cosplay, dye my hair, buy a wig for Mira, do that cosplay. And the Genu one is, you know, that's just makeup look. I don't have literally anything to do for that but put makeup on. That's probably the one you'll see first. Also, my hair is gonna work for him too. Maybe I'll do like a shaggy curly version for him. People really liked when I did Vi from Arcane with curly hair, so maybe I'll do Genu with curly hair. Could be cute. I don't know if this is the end of the vlog though. I feel like more has to happen. I know what the end will be because I said this is gonna come out after I'm done with the Miley stuff. I will sign off here once I am done with Miley and in cosplay. Okay, that's all I got for you for now then. Gonna go make some beads. Okay, I did not film my outro in the Miley Cyrus cosplay. I was fighting time with that one. That costume was hanging on by a thread and it stayed together just long enough for me to finish the content, not enough time to sign off. If I haven't posted the shorts explaining what happened, the top is broken now. It still looks very good, but it no longer fits my body because it's broken. I'll fix it one day. I got out of it what I needed. But thank you for coming along for this vlog. It was fun for me to be able to show you my process when I'm thrifting cosplay. And then of course also tying in a little bit of the Miley cosplay, which is a non-thrifted, more like crafty cosplay. Pros and cons to both. Sometimes the costume you want to make, you just can't thrift it. And I think because this had the feathers and it had the beads, it was just not something I was going to thrift. But the K-pop Demon Hunters stuff, I'm so excited to get started with. I think they're going to turn out really great and I found some awesome pieces. And the Miley content has been performing really well. I think the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff is going to be performing really well. For some YouTube analytical back-end information, it really is best to be working on projects that are highly searched at that particular time. If you look back at projects of mine that performed really well, Bridgerton performed really well because the show was currently on. There was a lot of conversation around it. Same thing with Jinx and Vi and Victor, honestly, because Arcane was really in the cultural zeitgeist for way longer than it was airing. I think K-pop Demon Hunters is going to have that kind of longevity. So I'm anticipating these projects will do well. The Miley Cyrus stuff was actually a very cool double whammy where I was working on the project because she was releasing new music and new videos and she's promoting her new album. So I knew it was going to be a big search term. And then on top of that, right around the time I started posting, RuPaul's Drag Race, which just finished airing their 10th All-Star season, did a Miley Cyrus runway. And the results of said runway were a little controversial. So that also, I think, amped up the Miley Cyrus searching. And that just really worked in my favor. It was really similar to when I posted my Saw movie rank list. The day that I posted that video, they announced that Saw 11 was going into production. So my video did really well because Saw was a hot topic that day, which that I could not have planned for either. So sometimes I just have a lot of good luck. I think the Miley stuff would have done good regardless, but adding on that extra layer of RuPaul's Drag Race fans searching for Miley because of what was going down on the show, it only helped me. So that was great. I'm not the best when it comes to understanding analytics, but in this instance, I'm really glad that I had an instinct that this particular project would do well, and then it did do well. So props for me, and look forward to some of these K-pop Demon Hunter cosplays coming soon. Very excited to start working on them and sharing them with you. I'm gonna go take a break now because that was really stressful shooting all that Miley content, but luckily I got it all done before the costume broke. Thank you for watching my videos. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I post short video content 5 days a week, and you get a long form video sometimes. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울. Yeah, 가을꽃 blood. Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear. 제가 먼저 zero. 폭설한 그 chill day.